All right. Namaskar, everybody. Today we are going to learn and understand what are the basics of the programs which are given in chapter number 6. The theory part as well as the basics of your Python language we have already discussed in the last class. And today I'll be explaining each program of your textbook so that when you are doing it yourself, there is no problem at all. Okay. So let us start from page number 83 in your book. Everybody on page number 83, program number 1. As you can see, Python prompt is there. So we have already understood that this is going to be our active mode. Ideally, right? Python prompt is there in ideally, right? So it is saying A is equals to input, enter the first value. Okay. Now let me tell you, if, as I told you, whatever you are going to write after this Python prompt will be written as it is, because it is not going to be executed or compiled, right? So that means enter the first value, it is written like this. Okay. Now B is equals to input, enter the second value. So that means input function is used and whatever user is writing, that will be written with this, enter the second value, that is 300. And new Python prompt has appeared. Everybody look into your program number 1 that I have explained. So whatever you are going to print, that will be printed. Okay. Anything written after your Python prompt will be written like this. Next, we have program number 2, in which again the same things is happening. So it is saying A is equals to input, enter the first value. So enter the first value, the user has entered the second. Okay, the first two lines are same as of program number 1. Now we are writing C is equals to A plus B. Okay, C is equals to A plus B. So children, when we are writing C is equals to A plus B, look here everyone. So if I am writing, this is your Python prompt, right? And I'm going to write C is equals to, this is your Python prompt, and I'm going to write C is equals to A plus B. So when I'll press enter, you will get the result of your A plus B. Okay. So suppose the value of A was 10 and value of B was 20. So it will become 30. Now again by default, a new Python prompt will appear, right? Now we are saying print C. Okay. So it is not going to calculate the values plus. Why it is not going to take plus? As you can see in program number 2 in your textbook, beta, because it is not on script mode. It is not going to remember the values executed in the previous line. It will give you the result and it will vanish. Okay. So when it is saying print C, so it is not going to add the values, but it is only going to print it side by side. As you can see in the observation given just below your program, observe in the above program, when you add two numbers, you do not get the sum as I told you. Rather, the numbers are joined together and are printed as a string. Okay, so let me tell you one here, that string doesn't mean that only text will be there. Okay, anything that is enclosed within the quotes, like if I'm writing here like this, 1 1. So beta, this will be treated as a string data type, not the integer, right? Or if I'm writing this, so this is a string. You don't have to mention the quotes here, apostrophe here. It will be by default the string. But if you want your numbers to be treated as a string in Python, so just enclose it within the quotes or the uh, single quotes, right? Let us come to program number 3 on the same page, 83. Here, children, we are going to write A multiply by B. So let me tell you, strings can only be added. Added means joined together. They can never be multiplied. Okay. So I want to explain one concept here. Like if I'm writing CCWS, okay, just look at this. CCWS I'm writing, okay, and then I'm writing plus Jaipur, okay. Then I'm just writing CCWS plus Jaipur. Everybody see here, these two are the different strings. And if I'm going to execute both of them, that means, and this can be done in your Excel also. Okay, strings can be concatenated. Concatenation is a process of adding two different strings together, right? And this you can try in your Excel also. So CCWS plus Jaipur. So once you are pressing enter or you are executing this, it will become CCWS Jaipur. So strings can only be added, or what you can do if you are writing CCWS multiply CCWS multiply 2. Okay, that means this is a power or exponent of your this text, right? So the answer will come like CCWS CCWS. Okay, understood? Your answer will come like this. But if you are writing CCWS multiply by Jaipur, then it will be error, because two strings can only be replicated or concatenated. Okay, I'm writing over here what is the name of this procedure. So strings can only be replicated and concatenated. Okay, concatenation will be done by symbol plus, okay, and replication will be done with the help of your exponent symbol. And in while replicating, you know that you have to multiply. See, I'm highlighting over here that you have to multiply it with the number. So if I'm writing suppose 22 here, so CCWS is going to be replicated, that means repeated 22 times. Right, children? So in your program number 3 on page number 83, as I was telling, if it is saying A multiply by B, so two strings cannot be multiplied. So it will become an error, right? Moving on to program number 4 in your textbook, that is on page number 84, everybody. Here what we are doing, children, the sum of the numbers. See, children, we have two numbers, right? Now here, the sum of the two numbers is, this is in the quotes, and with comma, we are passing the second argument. Okay. This means that you are not including it as a string. So now these two values are going to be added. Okay. Now only these two values will be added, but not in the previous one. Okay. Program number 5. Now we are writing all these in the script mode. That means I told you, no, a notepad window will appear and you have to write, save it with .py. Yes, everybody. So the same thing will apply here also now. Let us understand this program number 5 on page number 84. It is saying A is equals to int. Int means beta, the data type it is defining, that user has to give the values in integers only. There should not be any decimal number, right? So A is equals to int, input, enter the value of A. Second is B is equals to int. That means only integers value it will be accepted. Int, enter the value of B. So that means use the value of A and B both. Okay. So we are writing A, B is equals to B and then A. All right. So now print value of A after swapping. Swapping is exchange of the values. Okay. So after swapping is A and print the value of B after swapping is B. Right. Now see what is given in the output. Enter the value of A. User has given the value 45. Enter the value of B. User has entered 25. Value after swapping will be, beta, that means your B will become A and A will become B. Okay, so you have to just intermix the values and that will be printed. And this procedure which is given in the program itself is a procedure of swapping, right? Swapping the two numbers. Moving on to program number 6, here we have to find out the area and perimeter of the rectangle. This you can try with any other area, or any whether you have to calculate the area of any other particular shape, perimeter of any other shape. Okay, so whatever formula you want, you can apply here. The method is going to be similar, not same, but similar, right? So A is equals to int input enter the side of a square. So see, beta, it was printed wrong. If it is rectangle, so we have to give two sides, right? And if it is a square, only one side will be sufficient, right? So I think there is a printing mistake. You just correct it out. It will be area and perimeter of a square. Do this correction in your book only, so that next time you don't get confused over it. So now side of a square, the user will enter, and now see in the output, the user has entered 30. 30 is the side of a square. The formula is area is equals to S into S. That means the side into side, or side square. So the area of the square will be, what is the 30 into 30? 900 only, beta. And what is the perimeter? Perimeter is equals to 4 multiplied by S, because square has 4 sides, 4 into S. So 4 multiplied by 30 is 120. That means the perimeter will be 120 and the area is going to be 900 for this square. As simple as that. We have not done anything complex, right? Now moving on to program number 5, we have the simplest example that I have been using so long. A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20, C is equals to 100, print ABC. So here we have not added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided anything. We have not used any of these operators, right? We have just assigned the values to these variables, okay? And then with the help of comma, we have used. So here we have three types of separators that we can use along with your print function. Okay, so see here, beta, I'm writing on the whiteboard also. So if I'm printing with comma, okay, if I'm printing with the help of some comma in between, like we have done in program number 7, so the output is going to be, I'm writing is equals to show you the output. So there will be a space between them. Only one. One comma is equals to one space. A space B space C. So let me write it also. One comma is equals to one space. So if you are using one comma into your print function, that doesn't mean that if you have to bring out the two or three multiple spaces into your output, then you have to use multiple commas. It is not going to work. I'm just telling you that if you're using comma, then there will be only one space. Next is beta backslash, okay, backslash T. T stands for tab. So let me write it. One tab. You can write also beta somewhere, and it is might be it is written in your book also somewhere. One tab is equals to 5 spaces. So if you want a big gap between your printed characters, then you are supposed to use this with the print function. Then you are going to write like program number 8 in your book. See children, everybody, on page number 85, program number 8. A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20, C is equals to 100. Print A, then tab is given, okay? B, you have to note it down that you have to use this backslash tab into double quotes, okay? Then as you can see here, there is a big between the printed values in the output, right? So tab is used for 5 spaces, and the same way we are going to use backslash n. What it will do, beta? Backslash n will actually give you a new line. Okay, it is used for new line. New line means that it will be printed in the next line. So if A, then you are using backslash n like this you are using, then value of A will be printed in first line, the next value in this next line, and next so on, as it is shown in program number 9. So it has used backslash n. So 10, 20, and 100 are written in separate lines. Okay. Moving on to program number 10. Here we are going to use program without escape sequence. So just see every line here is equals to input, enter the name. Age is equals to input, enter the age. So name and age user will enter. Let us see what the user has entered. User has entered Amit Sharma here, and the age it has the person has entered as 17. Now let us come to the program only. Class is equals to input, enter the class. So we have used class also. The user has entered class, that is 9. Right? Now, after taking these inputs, what we are going to do, we are going to just print the values like your name is this, your age is this, and your class is this. Right? So that means the you in this program, what we are actually doing, we are only taking the inputs from the user, and we are going to save it, we are going to print it with its own values, right? So this is happening in program number 10 in your book. Moving to the last program of your book, children. Name is equals to input, enter your name. Now here we have used what? Backslash n. And everybody knows, right? I have written on the screen also, backslash n means new line, right? So that means once you this message will be printed, no, that is given in the green line, beta. Enter your name will be printed in the next line. Okay. Now you can see in the output window as well. Enter your name. Amit Sharma is coming in the second. In the third line, it is coming, enter your age. So the person's age is written in the fourth line. Then we have fifth line, that is enter your class. And last we have the class name. All right. So this was all about the 11 programs given in your book, right?